Hello everyone, welcome to VBM Mathematics classes. My name is Veerabrahmam. Today in this video, I am going to discuss the JEE Mains 2021 July 25th Shift 1 question paper. Now, most of the questions, more than 50% of the questions are similar or same to the previous year questions. Now, these are all the questions, memory based questions. Now, question number 1, a parabola vertex at a distance of 2 units from the origin and focus at a distance of 4 units from the origin on the positive x-axis, and two tangents are drawn from origin to the parabola, touches the parabola at P comma Q, then what is the area of the triangle OPQ? What is the area of the triangle OPQ? The vertex at the distance of 2 units from the origin and focus at the distance of 4 units from the origin. Now if we write this is the origin, this is a point A 2 comma 0, and this is the focus 4 comma 0 they given. These are on the positive x-axis. Therefore the parabola will be like this. Now this is a, suppose this is the origin is 0 0, the midpoint of O and S will be the A, right? That's why this will be the directrix. This is the origin, nothing but the Z, this will be the directrix. Now from the origin, if you draw the tangents, from the origin if we draw the tangents to the parabola, okay. Now at the point P and Q, if we join the P and Q, that is definitely passing through the focus. Why? Now if you draw the tangents from the Z, right, the tangents will touch the parabola at the ends of the latus rectum. Therefore PQ nothing but ends of the latus rectum. Now here if you see this one, they are asking this triangle OPQ area. Now for this OPQ area, what is a PQ? What is the AS? In the parabola, AS is equal to what? A is how much distance between these two. Now we got A is equal to 2 in this. Now what is the PQ? PQ nothing but length of the latus rectum. What is the length of the latus rectum? 4A. That is 4 into 2, 8 we got. Therefore this PQ length is 8 units. And what about the SZ? SZ is equal to how much? SZ is equal to this total, it is 4. Then what is the OPQ triangle area? OPQ triangle area is equal to, OPQ triangle area equal to half, this PQ is a base, this PQ is a base and SZ is a height. Therefore half PQ we got 8 and SZ is a 4. Therefore this is 4 times we got the 16. Therefore this is a 16 square units. This is the answer. This parabola problem is repeated in the 2013 online question paper and in the 2018 also online question paper. An ellipse whose eccentricity is 1 by root 3 passing through the point root 3 by 2 comma 1, and a circle whose center at the focus and cuts the ellipse in the 2 points P and Q. If the radius of the circle is 2 by root 3, then what is the PQ square? What is the PQ square? This is a ellipse and a circle combined problem. Now in this they given this eccentricity of the ellipse is 1 by root 3. The eccentricity of the ellipse is given 1 by root 3. And this ellipse passing through what point? Root 3 under root of 3 by 2 comma 1. Now since this ellipse passing through under root of 3 by 2 comma 1. Therefore, this point we can substitute in this. Therefore, this is a x coordinate, substitute there, 3 by 2 by a square, this is 1, b square nothing but a square into 1 minus e square is equal to 1. Now, this is the 3 by 2 a square, 1 by a square into 1 minus e square is what? 1 minus 1 by 3. This is equal to 1. Now, 3 by 2 a square plus 3 by 2 a square we got like this. Therefore, this is a 3 by a square is equal to 1. Therefore, a square is equal to 3 we got. Okay. And the same way, what is a b square? B square is equal to what? That b square is equal to a square into 1 minus e square. Here I am taking a greater than b. Therefore, a square is a 3, 1 minus e square is 1 by 3. Therefore, we got 2. Therefore, b square is equal to 2 we got. Okay. Therefore, ellipse equation is what? X square by a square is a 3, y square by b square is equal to 2 is equal to 1. Then what is the focus of this ellipse? Now, one focus we are finding, this is a AE comma 0, that AE can be write like this, under root of a square minus b square comma 0. Therefore, S is a under root of 3 minus 2 comma 0. Therefore, S is 1 comma 0. One focus we got 1 comma 0. Now, if we see the ellipse diagram, this is the ellipse diagram. Focus S is 1 comma 0. And if we draw the lattice rectum, this is a L and L dash. What is the length of the lattice rectum? L dash 2b square by a. That is a 2 into 2 by root 3, 4 by root 3. Then total length is a 4 by root 3. What is SL? That SL is what? 2 by root 3, half of this lattice rectum. What is a circle? Circle center S1 comma 0. Circle center 1 comma 0. Right. Circle center is at the focus. And what is the radius? R is equal to 2 by root 3 they given. Now, center is 1 comma 0. Radius is 2 by 3. This is already 2 by root 3. Therefore, circle is like this. This is a circle we can draw. Now, what they are telling, that the circle is intersecting, that the circle intersecting in 2 points P and Q, that L dash nothing but PQ. Right, already they are telling circle intersect in P and Q. Then what is the PQ? That PQ nothing but the length of the lattice rectum, 4 by root 3. What they are asking in the problem? They are asking the PQ. Right, they are asking here PQ square. What is the PQ square? That is a 16 by 3. This is the answer. Okay. This is a very simple. And see the third hyperbola. And a hyperbola x minus 1 whole square by 16 minus y plus 2 whole square by 9 is equal to 1. A triangle whose two vertices are the foci of the hyperbola. A triangle whose two vertices are at the foci of the hyperbola, and the third vertex lies on the hyperbola. The locus of the centroid of the triangle is what? Next, see the hyperbola problem. That is x minus 1 whole square by 16 minus y plus 2 whole square by 9 is equal to 1. This is a hyperbola given. Okay na? Then what they are telling? A triangle with two vertices at the foci of this hyperbola, and the third vertex lies on the hyperbola. Then what is the locus of the centroid of the triangle? Right. Now, this is a hyperbola. I am taking, this is a capital X square by 16 minus capital Y square by 9 is equal to 1 by shifting the origin. Now I am taking in terms of capital XY. This is a capital X, capital Y. This is a hyperbola. Okay, this is a one focus S. This is another focus S dash. Then what about the foci? Can we write under root of a square plus b square comma 0? S dash is minus under root of a square plus b square comma 0. Why? Because this is nothing but AE only. AE comma 0 minus AE comma 0. Right. Therefore, that is under root of a square plus b square is what? This is the under root of 16 plus 9, that is nothing but 5. Therefore, that the focus S is a 5 comma 0 and another focus S dash minus 5 comma 0. And any point on the hyperbola P is a sec theta comma b tan theta. What is the A? A is a 4 sec theta comma, what is a B? 3 tan theta. Now this is a triangle formed by foci and any point on the hyperbola. Now this is a triangle PSS dash. What they are asking here, centroid locus. Let us find the centroid of this one. Centroid of the triangle G. x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3. 5 minus 5 plus 4 sec theta by 3, comma, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. 0 plus 0 plus 3 tan theta by 3. Therefore, that centroid we got 4 by 3 sec theta, comma, 3 by 3 cancel tan theta. Okay. Now we want this centroid locus. To find the locus, consider capital X comma Y. For locus, consider capital X comma Y. Now therefore, what about this? Compare the x coordinate. 3x, what is that? 3x by 4 is equal to sec theta and y is equal to tan theta. Okay na? By comparing the x coordinate and the y coordinate, we got like this. Let us eliminate theta, that is called centroid locus. Now how we eliminate? This is a 3x by 4 whole square minus capital Y square is equal to sec square theta minus tan square theta we got. Therefore, this is a 9x square by 16 minus y square is equal to 1. Therefore, that is 16 after LCM we get like this. 9x square minus 16y square is equal to 16 we got. But what is a capital X, capital Y? Right? Capital X is what? Capital X nothing but x minus 1. Therefore, 9 into x minus 1 whole square minus 16 into what is a capital Y? That is a nothing but y plus 2 whole square is equal to 16. Therefore, this is the locus of the centroid. This is also very simple third question in the hyperbola. Right? This is a very simple. They are asking simply locus of the centroid. Now, if we shift to the origin like this, easily we can write the solution for this hyperbola. In the 2019 10th January shift 1, that a similar question is there in this. See the binomial theorem problem. Now the term independent of x in the x plus 1 by x power 2 by 3 minus x power 1 by 3 plus 1 minus x minus 1 by x minus x power 1 by 2 whole to the power of 10. Okay. Now they given the 4 options. Which option is the correct in this? The question number 4 from the binomial theorem. In the binomial theorem, in this question paper, they given the 3 problems. Now let us see the first one. This is the 4th question. Now in this they given x plus 1 by x power 2 by 3 minus x power 1 by 3 plus 1 minus x plus 1 by x minus x plus 1 by x minus x power 1 by 2 whole to the power of 10. Now here they given the x minus 1 by, here x minus 1 by x minus 1 x minus x power 1 by 2. See that question again. X plus 1 by x power 2 by 3 minus x power 1 by 3 plus 1 minus of x minus 1 by x minus x power 1 by 2 whole to the power of 10. In this binomial expansion, what is the term independent of x? Okay. Now here in this x plus 1 by x power 2 by 3 minus x power 1 by 3 plus 1, rationalizing this one, multiply with x power 1 by 3 plus 1, divide with x power 1 by 3 plus 1. Here this x minus 1 will be written root x minus 1 into root x plus 1. Denominator root x is common, root x minus 1 whole to the power of 10 is there. Now here root x minus 1 is cancelled. Here what about this one, x plus 1 into x power 1 by 3 plus 1 by product of these two is x plus 1. Therefore this x plus 1 is cancelled, minus this root x by root x is 1 minus 1 by root x whole to the power of 10, whole to the power of 10. Now here if you see this, this is a x power 1 by 3 plus 1 minus 1 minus x power 1 by x power 1 by 2 whole to the power of 10. Now plus 1 minus 1 cancel that, x power 1 by 3 minus x power 1 by 2 whole to the power of 10. Right, for a term independent of x, write the general term TR plus 1. TR plus 1, or otherwise for independent term of x, for independent term of x, this R will be NP by P plus Q, where this P is 1 by 3 and Q is 1 by 2. Therefore N is how much? 10. Therefore 10 into 1 by 3 by 1 by 3 plus 1 by 2. Now simplify, that will be 10 by 3 by 5 by 6. Okay. Therefore totally how much? That R is how much? R we got 4. Therefore write the T4 plus 1 in this expansion. Now this is a T4 plus 1. I am taking R is equal to 4. T4 plus 1. 10C4. 10C4. This x power 1 by 3 power 10 minus 4 6 and minus 1 by x power 1 by 2 whole to the power of 4. Now if we simplify this 10C4, this x will be cancelled, x power 2, this 1 by x power 2. Therefore this is a term independent of x. We simplify 10C4, 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the 210. Okay. Now in the options 210 is there. This is a very simple. In the 2021 18th March shift to one similar question was there. And one more problem in the 2017 also given. Polynomial theorem problem is there. This is a fifth one. The coefficient of middle term in the expansion of 1 plus x whole to the power of 20 is capital A, and the b comma c are the middle terms. B comma c are the coefficients of middle terms in the expansion of 1 plus x whole to the power of 19. Then what is the ratio A by B plus C? Now in this 1 plus x whole to the power of 20, what is the middle term? How we get? If n is even, that is the middle term is middle term is Tn by 2 plus 1. That is T11 is a middle term. Therefore 20C10 x power 10. Therefore the coefficient of the middle term, coefficient of the middle term, this middle term is 20C10. This they given the capital A. In 1 plus x whole to the power of 19, there will be the two middle terms if n is odd. N is equal to 19 odd. Therefore, the middle terms are T19 plus 1 by 2, T19 plus 3 by 2. Therefore, this will be the T10 and this will be the T11. Therefore, this is a T9 plus 1. Therefore, 19C9 x power 9. Therefore, this coefficient is what? This coefficient is 19C9. They given the B. In the problem, they are telling the B. Now, in this T11, T10 plus 1 is a 19C10 x power 10. This coefficient is what? 19C10. This is a given C. Then what about the B plus C? B plus C is a 19C9 and 19C10. Now, therefore, NCR minus 1 NCR. Then what about this? N plus 1 CR. Therefore, this is a NCR minus 1 NCR. This will be N plus 1 CR. Therefore, this is a 20C10. What they are asking in this problem? They are asking A by B plus C. They are asking in this A by B plus C. What is a A? 20C10. What is a B plus C? That is also 20C10. Therefore, this is equal to 1 we got. Therefore, in the 4 options they given, this is the one answer 1. In the 2019 11th January shift 1, one similar question repeated like this. Okay. That's why this type of questions depends upon the coefficients they are giving. And third problem in the binomial theorem. This is a question number 6. This is a question number 6. 1 by a minus b plus 1 by a minus 2b plus 1 by a minus 3b up to 1 by a minus nb is equal to alpha n plus beta n square plus gamma n cube. And a is larger than b such that the cube of b by a may be neglected, then what is the gamma in this? This is also in the binomial theorem, question number 6. This is not simple. If you see that question, what they are telling, 1 by a minus b plus 1 by a minus 2b, go on like this, 1 by a minus nb. This is equal to alpha n plus beta n square plus gamma n cube. And a is larger than b such that the cube and higher powers of b by a may be neglected in this. Then what is the value of gamma they are asking? Okay. Now see that this LHS I am writing into sigma notation. This write 1 by a minus rb, okay, where r equal to 1 to n, and this will be written r equal to 1 to n 1 by that a is a common 1 minus b by a into r, okay. This will be written 1 by a sigma r equal to 1 to n, and this right into the numerator 1 minus b by a r whole to the power of minus 1. Now what about this expansion? That expansion is 1 by a. I am writing this expansion sigma r equal to 1 to n 1 plus right b r by a b square r square by a square b cube r cube by a cube and go on up to infinity. What is the formula? 1 minus x whole to the power of minus 1 that is a 1 plus x square x cube go on up to infinity. Therefore, by using that formula, we are writing this expansion in this form. What they are telling, that b by a, cube of b by a and higher powers may be neglected. B by a cube, next term will be b by a whole to the power of 4, next will be b by a whole to the power of 5, go on like this. This expansion, all these terms will be 0, right? Therefore, we have to take up to b square by a square only. This is 0 and all next terms are zeros. This is the 1 by a sigma r equal to 1 to n 1 plus b by a r and b square by a square r square. Right? Cube of b by a and higher powers of b by a will be neglected. They are telling in the problem. That's why cube of this is eliminated and higher powers in the next terms, those are also eliminated. Now, what about this one? Sigma 1 by a, sigma 1 is what? Sigma 1 is n, b by a, sigma r equal to 1 to n, b square by a square, sigma r square, r is equal to 1 to n. Okay. Now, therefore, this 1 by a bring inside n by a, b by a square. What about sigma r? R equal to 1 to n, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to n, that is n into n plus 1 by 2. And b square by a square into, what about this one? Sigma r square means sum of the squares, 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to n square. That is n into n plus 1, 2n plus 1 by 6. Okay. Now, in this what they are telling, that r is gamma is n cube coefficient. Now, in this collect the n cube coefficient, that itself is a gamma. Therefore, n cube coefficient is what? Now, in this there is no n cube coefficient, in this only n square coefficient is there, in this n cube coefficient is there. That is b square by this a bring inside n by a and a square and here a cube. Okay, b square by a cube. Okay, now b square by a cube into that n cube coefficient is what? N into 2n is 2n. That is n into 2n, 2n cube. That is a 2 is n cube coefficient by 6 is there. Therefore, how much it is? That answer is b cube by b square by 3a cube. Therefore, this is the answer. In the multiple choice, they given the first option. Now, next see the question number 7. This is in the continuity. X equal to lambda into modulus of x square minus 5x plus 6 by mu into 5x minus 6 minus x square. If x is less than 2, if x is equal to 2, that is a mu. If x greater than 2, that is e power tan of x minus 2 by x minus step x. Then what is the value of lambda plus mu? This is a very simple problem, right? It comes in the continuity. Many questions are repeated in the previous year. 7, fx is given like this: lambda times of modulus of x square minus 5x plus 6 by mu into 5x minus 6 minus x square. If x less than 2, this is a mu. If x is equal to 2, if x greater than 2, e power tan of x minus 2 by x minus step x. Now, this is a given problem. What they are asking, this is a continuous at x is equal to 2. Then what about the lambda plus mu? They are asking lambda plus mu. What they are telling, continuous at x is equal to 2. Right. Now, since it is a continuous at x is equal to 2, we can write limit x tending to 2 minus f x is equal to limit x tending to 2 plus f x is equal to f of 2. right? Since they given the continuous, therefore left limit is equal to right limit is equal to f of 2. Now x is just less than 2, what we take? X less than 2 means take this one, lambda into modulus of x square minus 5x plus 6 by, in this let us take common minus mu into x square minus 5x plus 6. I am taking common minus from this. Now this is equal to limit x tending to 2 plus, okay, x is just more than 2 right limit, therefore that is fx is what? That fx is e power tan of x minus 2 by x minus step x. Okay, is it okay? Now see that. What about the x tending to 2 minus? Now what about this one? If we see this one, x square minus 5x plus 6, this is the x minus 2 into x minus 3. If we take the real line, here 2 is there, this is 3 plus infinity and this minus infinity. Now after the root, the sign of this expression is plus, between 2 and 3 minus, go to left side it is a plus. Therefore it will be like this. Okay. Now x is just less than 2. If x is just less than 2, what about the sign of this one? Positive. Therefore just less than 2 here, just less than 2, this is a positive. Since it is a positive, therefore since it is a positive, if we leave the modulus, limit x tending to 2 minus lambda into plus x square minus 5x plus 6. Is it correct? Since less than 2, just less than 2, in the left limit just less than 2, therefore this is a positive. Since it is a positive, therefore leave the modulus, keep the plus sign, by minus mu into x square minus 5x plus 6. Now here lambda, this modulus is eliminated, that's why these two will be cancelled. And in this right side limit, limit x tending to 2 plus. Now x is just more than 2, therefore step x will be the 2. Therefore that is a tan of x minus 2 by x minus 2. What is f of 2? Right, where x is equal to 2, that f of 2 is a mu. Therefore this f of 2, where did we write? This is the f of 2, that f of 2 is a mu. And what about this one? Minus lambda by mu is equal to, what about this limit? Limit x tending to 2, that means x minus 2 tending to 0, tan of x minus 2 by x minus 2. Now see here, e power tan of x minus 2 by tan of x minus 2 by x is just more than 2, step x is nothing but 2. Therefore x tending to 2, tan of x minus 2 by x minus 2, nothing but 1. Therefore this is e power 1 is equal to mu. Okay. Now see that mu we got, that mu is e power 1, and see here this minus lambda by mu is equal to e. Therefore minus lambda is mu into e. Therefore minus lambda, mu we got e into e, minus lambda is e square, lambda is equal to minus e square. What they are asking in this problem? They are asking the lambda plus mu. What is the lambda? Minus e square. Mu is what? E minus e square. Therefore this is the answer for this problem. Okay. In the 2015 one question, similar question is repeated. Now next see the definite integral problem. Integral from pi by 24 to 5 pi by 24, 1 by 1 plus cube root of tan 2x. This is a very simple problem. This is a question number 8. This is a definite integral problem. Now what they given here in this integral pi by 24 to 5 pi by 24 dx upon 1 plus cube root of tan 2x. Now this tan, let us convert into sin by cos. These type of questions are very simple. Now if they give the problem anyone like this, integral a to b fx upon fx plus f of a plus b minus x. This integral will be b minus a by 2. Okay. Now let us see whether this problem is also like that. This first of all tan write in terms of cos. For example, similar questions are there. 0 to pi by 2. This is a sin power nx by sin power nx plus cos power nx. Now here this satisfies this condition. Therefore, this is nothing but pi by 2 minus 0 by 2. This answer will be pi by 4. Now let us check like that. Okay. Now here pi by 24 to 5 pi by 24. This is a given problem. Tan I am writing, this is a tan right, sin 2x upon cos 2x, cube root is there, this is a cube root, this is also cube root, dx. Now therefore this integral pi by 24 to 5 pi by 24, this after LCM cos 2x whole to the power of 1 by 3 by cos 2x whole to the power of 1 by 3 plus sin 2x whole to the power of 1 by 3 dx. Now this is also similar to this one. Okay, and this is I, let us consider, apply this formula, this integral I a to b fx dx will be written integral a to b f of a plus b minus x dx. By applying that formula, right, if we apply that formula here, integral pi by 24 to 5 pi by 24, okay, apply here, right, wherever the x, right, sum of the limits minus x. Here wherever the x, write sum of the limits minus x. Then this becomes sin 2x whole to the power of 1 by 3 by sin 2x whole to the power of 1 by 3 plus this becomes a cos 2x whole to the power of 1 by 3 dx. Now if we write sum of these two, 2i will be, this apply here, this is a 2, sum of these two, 2i will be pi by 24 to 5 pi by 24, that is sum of these two will be 1 or not. Both denominators are same, sum of the numerator denominator same, 1 into dx. One integral is what? X. Limits from pi by 24 to 5 pi by 24. Therefore, this is what? 5 pi by 24 minus pi by 24. Okay, and what we get here finally after this one, 2i will be equal to, what is that, 4 pi by 24. Okay, this is a 2 times, therefore 2 12 times, therefore that I will be pi by 12 we got, therefore that option is a correct. Or since this formula is applicable directly, we can say the answer, that answer is also will be written b minus a by 2. This is a 5 pi by 24 minus pi by 24 by 2 also we can write, that gives the pi by 12. Okay, we can apply this formula in this case. In the 2013, right, one question similarly repeated. Okay, now therefore this question also repeated. So ninth problem, this is the area under the curve. The area of the region bounded by inequality 2x square less than y less than 4 minus 2x, where x greater than 0 is what? Question number 9, this is the area under the curve. Inequality given 2x square less than y less than 4 minus 2x, where x greater than 0. Now if you see this one, I am taking the equal 2x square is equal to y, and here I am taking y less than, means y is equal to 4 minus 2x. I am taking first these two. Now here in this parabola, that x degree is even symmetric about the axis of y. Therefore, that parabola will be like this. This is a y is equal to 2x square. And how we draw the straight line? To draw the straight line, what is the x-intercept? Keep y coordinate 0, that x-intercept is a 2. Therefore, here x is equal to 2. Keep the x coordinate 0, therefore y-intercept is a 4. Therefore, this is a 4. This is a 2. This is a 4. Okay, if we join these two, that will be like this. Okay, this is a 4, y is equal to 4, here y is equal to 4, here x is equal to 2. 2x square less than y, that is inside the parabola. Therefore, this is inside the parabola. What about this one? Y less than 4 minus 2x. Y less than 4 minus 2x means whether above the straight line or below the straight line. Now, suppose if above the straight line, take any point above, it must be satisfied. Suppose below the straight line, any point is satisfied, therefore area below the straight line. Now, for this straight line, this is the origin is below the straight line. Let us substitute in that inequality. Right, keep x0, y0, then what will be this? Therefore, 0 less than 4 satisfied. Therefore, that area is below the straight line. Below the straight line, 0, 0 satisfies for this inequality. That's why area below the straight line, and this 2x square less than y, that is inside the parabola. Therefore, that comes like this. And also they are telling only x greater than 0. If I take this area, but this side is x less than 0. That's why I take this one. And how we find this area? Here, let us see the intersection point. What about the intersection of line and parabola? Line and parabola. Now, y is equal to 4 minus 2x square, keep in this. This is the 1 and 2. From 1 and 2, see that this y keep substitute here. 2x square is equal to 4 minus 2x. Therefore, 2 common, x square is equal to 2 minus x. X square plus x minus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, x plus 2 into x minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to 1 and x is equal to minus 2. Therefore, here at x is equal to minus 2, here at x is equal to 1. Right? Therefore, this is a required area between the straight line and the parabola. Therefore, this straight line is a f and the parabola is a g. Right. What about the straight line? This y is equal to fx is equal to 4 minus 2x. And here y is equal to this one, g of x is equal to 2x square. Okay. Therefore, area between f and g between the limits 0 and 1. Therefore, that is a required area. Okay. That required area, right, integral from 0 to 1. Right, this f minus fx minus gx dx. Therefore, this integral 0 to 1, fx is what? That is a straight line 4 minus 2x. What about the gx? That is a 2x square dx. Therefore, if you find this integral, what is the integral of this one? 4 into x minus 2 into x square by 2 minus 2x cube by 3, limits from 0 to 1. Okay, that the area is totally, that is 7 by 3. 7 by 3 square units. Area of the region bounded by this inequality. This similar question repeated in the 2020 January. In this video, so far I have discussed the 9 problems. These are all memory based questions, and the remaining problems I will discuss in the next video. Please like, share, subscribe and comment. Thank you all. Thank you all.